Hello guys, it's Cameron here from Quickshot Films, and today I'm going to be doing something I've only ever done once on my channel before. The first tutorial I ever did was a Gamemaker tutorial, and today I'm going to make the second Gamemaker tutorial I've ever made.
Player who moves along the view that moves following the player, and the health bar is just going to be up in this corner up here, and it is going to move along when you move the room along.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. This tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a platformer collision engine, or platformer collisions without the use of the solid variable in Gamemaker that's natively in Gamemaker. We'll use our own variable, and this will get rid of the glitchiness that comes along when using a solid variable. A few people have noticed, and I just recently got help with on Gamemaker forums, and I thought I'd make a video on it. The reason you might want this is simply to stop bugginess that happens with the variable, or like I did. The reason I wanted to get rid of that variable was because I wanted to have two characters with separate collision properties with the block, and I wanted to make one be able to pass through it and the other one to collide with it. And I couldn't do that when the block was solid for both characters. I needed to have one solid for one character and not solid for other. So today I'm going to show you how to do that. First, I'll just show you the collision engine that I've got at the moment. So this is using the solid variable. What I'm going to show you how to do should act exactly like this, and operate exactly the same speed. It'll just be without using the solid variable and using your own variable. So anyway, let's get started. First, I'm going to go over the code that I already have. So in the step event, I have my gravity, and it's checking if there is a block underneath it. If there isn't a block underneath it, it will set the gravity, and if there is, it will turn the gravity off. In the collision with block, it will move contact to solid, the direction that the character is moving, at a maximum of 12, and set the vertical speed to 0 to stop the character from falling through the block. In the left key event, I have got it checking if there's a block to the left, and if there isn't, it will move to the left. And in the up event, I have checking if there's a block beneath me. If there is, it will move me up. And for right, I have it checking if there's a solid block to the right of me, and if there isn't, it will move to the right. So that's all the code I've got in character. In object block, I have nothing except for the solid box ticked. But that will soon change as soon as we start with the new code. So I'll be right back. Okay, so to start, we need to go into the object block and remove solid. Yes. That is all. Actually, we've got to add another variable in here to replace the solid. So to do that, we'll go add an event, go create. We'll add a variable called block solid. We can't use the variable solid because it will just take that as being this variable, and we don't want to do that, so we make it block solid, which is obj block, and we'll make that equal 1. So this is setting the variable block solid to 1. And then hit OK, and then in obj character, so currently the character will just fall through the platform because this block is no longer solid. But yeah, so in the step event of this object, we've got to change this place free to place meeting. Basically, this is because place free just checks for a solid block. We want to make it place meeting to make sure it checks for this certain type of object instead of just a solid block. The thing is, place meeting checks for the opposite of place free. So to change this to mean the same thing as place free, we've got to add an exclamation mark at the start of place meeting. And this will invert it to mean if place is not meeting. And then after the y+1, we've got to add the name of the object because this is a block. so we'll make this not place meeting. All of the code that I'm typing will be in the description. You can just copy and paste it in, I guess, if you don't want to follow through this. But if you've got different code, of course you want to adapt this to your code. So any place free events, we've got to change to place meeting, invert them, and add the objects into the final argument. Everything else in there will still work fine. So we'll just go through changing all the place free events. So in left, I've got a place free. I want to invert that and change it to place meeting. And then add a comma, and then obj underscore block. There we go. And then in right up, I've also got a place free. I'll just invert that by getting rid of the exclamation mark and make it place meeting, and make comma obj underscore block. Okay, so now it's checking if place is meeting object block. And now on the right, I'll change this place free to inverted place free, and then change it to place meeting. Y comma obj underscore block. There we go. And that is all the place frees that we need to change. Now we need to do some stuff with the collision. So currently, in Gamemaker, the collision works by checking if it's hitting a solid block, and if it is, it'll teleport the character out of the solid block. But now that the block's not solid, it is just making it do nothing. The collision's not doing anything, it's just checking if it's colliding. It's not making any collision with the character. But to fix this, we need to add in a couple lines of code, not much. First of all, I just want to change this to all instead of solid, because otherwise it wouldn't move to contact. And up here we've just got to add x equals xprevious, and then y equals yprevious. Yeah, and that will fix all problems that we have with that. To make this listen to whether the block's solid or not, we need to block all this in by adding the curly brackets at the start and end, and then before this we'll write if other, so it's checking if the block it's colliding with this variable is for block solid. If the block it's colliding with's variable for block solid equals 1, it will do all of this. Otherwise it won't, and it'll just fall through it. So now it respects the variable, and all the collisions should work perfectly. So here we go, everything is working exactly like solid. You can now add multiple variables into here. So block 2 solid equals 0, and now if I duplicate the character, okay, there we go, and make that check for block 2 solid instead of block solid. Now this character is checking for block solid, this one's checking for block 2 solid. In the room we'll add the next new character. There we go. Now the second character will fall through, the first character will stay on the platform. So now they have separate collisions, and you have successfully erased the annoyance of a solid variable. Thank you guys for watching, hope you have enjoyed, hope this helped. If it didn't, or if you're stuck, please leave a comment and I will get back to you. Otherwise, I hope this helped you guys. Good luck on your game. I hope you enjoyed the second tutorial I've ever made on Gamemaker, like year or 2 or 3, maybe 4, into my YouTube channel. I made my second tutorial ever on Gamemaker. The first tutorial I made on Gamemaker was my first tutorial ever, so yeah. So that's just something I wanted to share with you. I hope this helped. I'll see you next time. Codes in the description. And yeah, so see you guys later.